guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Luchi's Corner, and this is Luchi. Let's talk about what a 3-month-old baby is expected to do. Currently my baby is 3 months old, and I'm going to be using her as practical or life example of what is expected of a 3-month-old baby. See, listening is not a must that every child is going to do all of those things, but please make sure to visit a pediatrician anytime you have a concern about your child's development. It is very much important. Yeah, let's just go straight to the video. Number one stuff we'll be talking about today is communication on language development. When you talk about language development or communication, yeah, your child begins to notice you more. Your child begins to laugh intentionally, no longer unintentional. I call it unintentional laugh. All those smiles, they do smile maybe when a baby wants to sleep, or maybe when a baby is sleeping. Baby just smile without nothing tinkling her fancy or his fancy. But now the baby begins to smile when you smile back at a baby, or maybe when the baby sees a kind of facial look, a happy look, the baby tries to smile back. So the baby is now smiling intentionally, smiling more often than before. Also, yeah, the baby begins to make sounds that are different from cry. The baby begins to make those sounds that are not just crying. The baby begins to make sounds trying to imitate some sounds he has been hearing or she has been hearing, or familiar sounds she or she has been hearing for quite some time. Let's talk about the motor skill. Motor skill could be divided into fine motor skill, gross motor skill. But don't worry, I am not going to bore you with all those medical jargons, because I myself, I am not a medical doctor. But then on the motor skill, there are things that are expected for a child of 3 months to do. And one of them is a child of 3 months supposed to be lifting his or her head up 45 or 90 degree midline when lying the tummy downwards. During tummy time, when the baby's tummy is placed down, you can find out that the baby also tries to bear his or her weight using the forearm. When you keep the child in an upright position, you find out that the child can actually bear his or her weight using the feet. A child of 3 months is expected to raise his or her head up when placed in a sitting position. Your child at this point begins to observe that the hand can actually go to the mouth. The baby's hand tends to be more open than being closed as usual. And now the baby is no longer a newborn but an infant. So the baby tries to grab things. The baby tries to, whenever you place something in front of the child, the baby tries to wants to grab it and put it in her mouth or his mouth. Let's talk about the sight. At this point, the baby is supposed to be seeing close objects. The baby has begun to see even objects in the room, like when someone is coming, the baby could see that someone is coming. When you place a toy or any object in front of the baby tries to follow your hand left, right, follow the direction of your hand to recognize those objects. Let's talk about the social emotional skills. Here on the social emotional skills, the baby begins to recognize people, the baby begins to recognize familiar faces, the baby begins to recognize, like I said, the baby at this point could even recognize the mother. Some babies could. I don't know if now my baby can recognize me, but I think when she hears my voice, she knows I'm the one. But I don't know, I am not too sure about it. But I know some other parents could say their baby recognizes them at 3 months. It's okay. One interesting thing about this stage is that the child tends to sleep more. Baby have not started sleeping so long without waking up at night. But the good thing is that once she sleeps and sucks, she goes back to bed. It's not like me trying to carry her around and trying to, pacify her to go back. No, she just goes back to bed immediately after sucking. But then she still wakes up so early, maybe around 5 a.m. Some kids by now might be waking up just once at night. The interesting thing is that colic tends to stop at this age. I think for me, baby's colic stopped around after 6 weeks, around 7 weeks old, or getting to 2 months. That was when her own colic stopped. But my other kids actually stopped colic so fast. By the end of 3 weeks, I was not talking about colic, but this was different. She had severe colic. Yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you comment, like, subscribe, just do all those good stuff. Make sure to support me. See you in my next video. Bye.